Hello, and welcome to part one of this edition of What the Hell Just Happened? The vlog that virtually eradicates illogic from the news cycle. Virtually. Or maybe not. I'm your host, Martin Ganapoler. Well, last Thursday, right-wing billionaire David Koch died. And in other news, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, aka Notorious RBG, received treatment for pancreatic cancer. Justice Ginsburg is 86, and she's been on the court for 26 years. She's always been a stalwart champion of women's and reproductive rights. Recently, the diminutive justice showed her daily gym workout when she displayed how damn strong and tenacious she really is. I tell you, she is one tough woman. But according to American Cancer Society statistics, only 20% of pancreatic cancer patients survive more than a year after diagnosis. Hang in there, RBG. We need you on this court. Time to switch gears now. I'm sorry to say this, but we have to talk. It's about money. Your money. My money. Everybody's money, for God's sakes. Whether you have any investments in the stock market or not, you are affected by the events that drive the Dow Jones averages up or down. For example, if stocks are up, companies consider an expansion strategy and people get hired for those new jobs. And then it's happy days are here again. But we all know what happens in a down cycle. It's brother, can you spare a dime? The sinking of the Dow Jones average in recent weeks makes the Titanic tragedy look like a garden party. After all, none of the survivors of the Titanic had to eat cat food in order to get by because their 401ks tanked. 2 weeks ago, the stock market slid over 700 points. This was because economists saw a recession looming in the near future. They based this prediction on something called the inverse yield curve, which is a complex series of computations that, oh hell, I don't really know what it is, but it sounds really nasty and scary. Kind of like walking past homeless people living in cardboard boxes in front of office buildings valued at $500 million. That kind of nasty and scary. Anyway, the last time this key part of the yield curve inverted was in December of 2005, 2 years before the recession. Last Wednesday's plunge was the biggest drop in the Dow since the August 5th loss of 767 points, or 2.9%. That was 2 weeks ago. Guess what the hell just happened this week? Yeah. Yesterday, the Dow flushed another stinky dump of 700 points down our collective toilet. Note to self, be careful with the repulsive imagery. Okay. Only this time, traders blamed it on the so-called trade war with China, who just announced they would impose another $75 billion worth of tariffs on U.S. goods, including cars. So good luck selling Fords to the Fung family. And yesterday, in retaliation, the president levied even more tariffs on Chinese goods, which means your toothpaste will cost $1 more next time you buy it. I'm so glad our president and his advisors and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin know what they're doing. I'd hate to think what might happen if they didn't. Thanks for watching part one of this edition. Join us here again next Wednesday for part two. Hopefully I'll have some better news by then.